Alright, so to make those runner objects that were following the that will follow our character, what we need to do is simply head over to our friends or squad, and we need to copy this. We need to save this as a prefab. So to do this, simply head over to assets, scene, new folder. Either you can rename if you want to rename this, you need to close. If I try to rename this here, it won't let me because it's open right now. So to rename it to prefabs, scripts, models, it won't let me. So it did let me, but as you can see, the scripts were inside it, so it started compiling the scripts again. And this is our folder with the all the things prefabs in it. Again, if it don't let you, then you have to close the VL Studio in it, and then VL Studio, you have, once it's closed, you can try to rename it, and rename would be successful. So now if you press on it, prefab scripts model, and go to prefab, there you will need to copy this runner component. So simply, instead of a runner, you can rename it to friend or ally. Ally is a better word. So ally or friend. So we will simply put this here as a prefab, this ally component, and we will uncheck this here. And what we'll have to do is simply instantiate this prefab. And to instantiate it, what we can do is pretty simple. We will use the instantiate method. Again, if you don't know what is instantiate, you can head over to Unity docs and you can type this instantiate, and it will tell you what it does. Spawn point is the position where the new object will appear, and is the shorthand in Unity that by default we don't need any rotation. So identity means that don't multiply it by default. And this spawn this prefab. So what we will do is head over to runner class. This is our runner, and inside player movement uh, we will try to spawn this prefab on +10s. So there are two ways of spawning. One is to give the tutorial player movement to tell what to spawn, or second thing is to click on these questionnaires, and when you click on them you can select for each wall what to spawn. So for right wall queue, you can tell them to spawn some things here as well in the questionnaire data. So if you go here, again you can do this, or you can totally type it here as well, up to you. Tutorial player movement as well, you can type it here as a prefab that you have to spawn this. And for us, we need something, we are looking to something custom. So custom is better built and much more modular. So what we will do is pass this, this one, and here inside questionnaire, the left wall won't enter, and the right wall we will edit it like this, and inside this we can pass a game object. li prefab. Li prefab is basically friend prefab, and simply in li prefab we will drag and drop this to this in the li part, and then we will use this method as shown. So now when we head over to tutorial player movement, and when the plus is when the plus sign is triggered, that is why on trigger enter. So if other dot minus 10 entered, and in case of plus 10 entered, what we will do is simply instantiate these prefabs. Instantiate spawn point is our spawn point of gun to transform, as it's pivoted much more in the center, nearer to the player. So this is our spawn point, this second one, and prefab that we want is simply other dot game object. So this one here, dot oops, I missed it again. We will copy this here and try to paste it here again. So in our questionnaire data, li is not being shown. See, okay, because it's not public, it's private. So instead we will do it as public game object li prefab. And here now if we show it like this, it shows up rightly. So this is the prefab that will show up, and how much number of these we want is pretty simple. Either you can do I to 0, and then I is less than 10, or I plus plus. Again, this number is pretty much dependent upon how many instances you want to show. Oops. So this is our temporary I that will traverse through the number of what is it, friends multiplier value. So this singleton will be the limit, and these will be so this is getting an error that contrarian is ambiguous reference between Unity engine dot contrarian. So these things exist, uses both Unity engine and system dot numerics. So it is getting a mixed value. So either we have to use either of them and not the both. We have to look accordingly what we can do here. So before doing this, so we will look at in next tutorial.